Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that never ends. You are tuned into On the Real on the R Squared Network, where we keep you up to date on the latest in the world of TV and movies. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and joining me today is my brother from the same mother, Mr. Johnson.
How y'all doing out there in TV land? Facebook and YouTube, or wherever you're watching the show from?
All right, and the last best hope for the resistance, Mr. Woods.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
How are you, sir? Long time no see.
You know, not bad.
All right, did you
No
take over the world yet?
Not yet.
Then it was a waste.
It was.
It was all for naught.
All for naught. Yeah, I knew he was going there. Hey, fun fact.
Fun fact.
Oh, off the rip.
We haven't had one of those in a while. You almost waited until the end of the show last time.
Nope.
You've been falling off, is what I'm saying.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Right? So, we all like guns, right?
Do we?
I don't know.
Debatable.
So, the NRA, right?
Okay.
Was once, they're pro Second Amendment and all that good stuff or whatever. But they were pro gun control. I don't know if you've mentioned this on the second page or not.
Okay.
Shout out to the second page. But the NRA was once pro gun control.
Okay.
And do you know when?
When was this?
1967. And do you know why?
Oh, I can imagine why.
Because black people was bearing arms to protect themselves.
Okay,
yeah.
Well.
They can't have these niggas.
And they said,
back
whoa,
okay,
whoa,
easy.
whoa,
All
whoa.
right, easy.
They said, hold up. Governor Reagan of California shat his pants. And they immediately swept in a bill overnight, a law, the Mulford Act, and it passed through, and that was it. They made it very difficult for blacks to carry guns.
Okay.
Giving you a year for every bullet and stuff like that in New York.
All right. On that note,
I'm just giving fun facts, man.
Okay.
It's just
I don't know how fun that was.
It's fun facts.
It's educational.
Google it.
Okay.
Google that shit.
It's time for us to get into the news.
Let's get into the important stuff now, though.
Yes.
All right.
Pressing
Let them know,
matters.
y'all be.
Okay.
Facts be.
I'm just saying.
Factory.
Okay.
Fax
so,
machine.
getting started here. Remember that PG-13 Deadpool 2 movie?
Yeah.
No.
Remember how we all thought it was going to be edited down? Well, it's a surprise movie, right?
In December.
It's a whole movie.
Yeah.
Right.
That they're reshooting.
Yeah, they're still filming it right now.
It's not just a
It's
re-edited
still in production.
version.
Yes. Like right now.
So then
And
this
it's
is
about
a
to be
real movie.
November.
So is that what they're going to start doing every year? It's going to be a PG-13 one and an R-rated one?
I wouldn't hate that.
Why not, right? F it. Make
But
double
the
money.
idea that they're still filming it, how does this happen in secret in today's Hollywood?
But is this still are they still filming because Disney said we need you to do some reshoots?
I mean,
No.
honestly, what was that vulgar about the last Deadpool film besides the baby dick and shit like that?
Spoiler alert.
Cut that out.
And the nudity and the
How much
chopping off
nudity
of
was there?
limbs and the blood and the ripping Deadpool in half. You know why
Fellatio.
you know why movies get an R rating?
Excessive use.
It's not
Excessive
even
violence.
you can drop one F-bomb for a PG-13.
Right. It's like excessive.
Violence is fine as long
as
as
it's
you don't show
cartoonish.
blood.
Yeah.
It's not even cartoonist. You don't show blood, it's okay.
Right.
Right? And
That's why nobody
you
bleeds
get a
in
certain
Fast and
level
Furious
of nudity. So Deadpool,
I think it's the ass cheeks you can show or something like that.
yeah, you can always get away with that. I mean, look at Titanic.
All right.
We all saw
They
Kate
show
Winslet's.
titties, man.
Okay.
They show titty balls.
But the point is, it's not reshooting. It's just filming. And how is a whole production just kept secret? The only reason we know about this is because of one tweet that Ryan Reynolds put out.
So
That's what I'm more interested in. We don't know what it's gonna be, but what I want to know is
They're trying to make more money.
How do you film something in Hollywood today with zero leaks and no one knows what's going on?
Because they shoot it all on a soundstage. That's how.
Yeah, but even we all know what they're doing with Avengers. Like we know that they're filming it.
Because
I'm
they
saying
want you to know.
this came out of nowhere.
And they shoot if they shooting stuff outside, then people can't not know. But if they shooting shit on the soundstage, we only know what they leak out.
Okay.
I think it's very probable that they've given out the certain leaks that they want to give out. This is one of those things.
And it's supposed to come out in December?
December 21st. Same
How?
day as Aquaman.
They're going to push it back.
They're definitely not going to push it back. I think
Aquaman?
they
Aquabro?
No. I don't think they're going to push back Aquaman. Now, speaking of Aquaman, we weren't supposed to talk about this yet, but why not? Actually, no. We'll talk about Aquaman
they could
later.
just be shooting more jokey stuff and funny stuff because everything with Deadpool doesn't have to be CG, you know?
It might be a scheduling. It's a scheduling thing.
It
getting
could be
certain actors to show
just
up,
like the way they shot like this when they had to take Kevin Spacey out the movie, and like right before that shit came out, they just shot this guy's parts in a week and they put it in the movie.
Yeah,
light work.
It's light. As long as there's no major visual effect shots, it's easy. Like apartment shit and him like, you know, just being funny, and it's a lot of shit where they could just put a background there. You know?
Or it could just be him literally sitting at the bed with this guy.
Yeah.
Whatever Savage.
Ben Savage.
Yeah,
Ben
it could just be that stuff.
So, anyways.
All things are possible.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Because stuff is digital, man. They could do something and then tonight and put it out tomorrow.
I just find it like crazy that they're filming like right now and the movie's coming out in
There might be
just about
schedules.
2 months.
It just might be schedules.
I think it's dope. That's why I wanted to bring attention to it.
Hopefully
Now,
it's good.
Moving forward, this was the big news last week.
Okay.
Luke Cage. He got caught up in Thanos' snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Thanos Disney?
Yeah.
Okay. Disney is Thanos?
Yeah. What do we think this is about? Is it because the show had diminishing streaming returns?
I don't believe that.
Is it because the show was really only good in the first half of the first season? Is it because
you didn't like the second season?
He didn't like those accents.
I couldn't get
Bushmaster
past
was ill,
it.
man.
Couldn't get past it.
I like Bushmaster better than Diamondback.
Okay, I'll give you that. Now here's the thing. They canceled Iron Fist because everyone hated it.
Good riddance.
Right? They say they canceled Luke Cage because of creative differences, because they had the whole staff and the whole crew ready to go, writers' rooms put up, revisions of scripts back and forth. That means you're in production.
Right.
So they shut down production of this show.
Right.
Why?
Why should I have to pay you for something?
Are they doing Heroes for Hire, or is it you think it's that Marvel wants all this shit back?
Well, look.
It's one of the two.
Or they're trimming the fat.
Why, as a studio, why should I pay to hold hold your shirt when I know you're taking your shirt back?
It's like even if even though
I'm gonna address that in a second.
Even though the ratings of The Walking Dead go down, right?
Never hold someone's shirt.
People watch it. So even if like less people was watching it, it's still millions of people watching Luke Cage.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Netflix has other things they can do.
Don't be a shirt
and
holder.
they bought the Millarverse, right? And so maybe they want to focus their superhero efforts there because they know
what they want to make room.
Marvel wants their toys back.
Exactly, and so one, I don't know why people are acting surprised, right? Like we knew that the Disney Fox deal was gonna close. Is closing imminently, right?
Sooner rather than later.
We knew Disney is doing a streaming service. Right. We knew they were taking back the movies. Why did we think they wouldn't take back the shows? And furthermore, maybe we don't even get a Daredevil season 4.
It was so good though.
It really
was.
And
even the way they ended, I know you didn't watch it, but the way they ended Luke Cage and just how they set it up with him, for those who watched it, with him, running the nightclub and like how it's to corrupt him.
Is this spoiler alert or no?
That shit been out. It's not a spoiler or nothing. I mean, you should have watched it. But for those
I didn't watch it, but you should have watched it by now. At this point, I just accept.
It's canceled. So
I accept that I didn't watch it. So if spoilers come, they come.
But just the way they set it up was good.
But
I wanted to see the third season. How that played out.
Is death knocking on Jessica Jones's door?
Hell yeah, that shit is over with.
She's done.
Of all the shows, that's the one I care about the least. Even less than.
No.
Did you watch Jessica Jones season 2?
I watched season 1 and I liked it a lot.
Shut up then. Shut up.
I liked it a lot.
So you watched
season
season
1.
2, and I've been out before all of this other stuff. Don't talk to me.
Case
it's
closed.
super canceled.
But they're already filming season 3 right now.
Of what? Jessica Jones?
Yeah. So they're at least getting the 3rd season of Jessica Jones.
Everybody got one last season.
Except for Luke Cage and
But those came later is what it is.
And Jessica Jones came out this year. But the thing is this. I think they know that whatever deal they had with Marvel, even though the Netflix president said, "Oh, those shows are ours to cancel," meaning we got the rights. Meanwhile, a day later,
ABC
the news comes out. Yes, ABC.
So it's
no.
Disney's.
Actually, Netflix produces those. Is that ABC has the rights because ABC
So
has
then
the
it's
rights to
still
television
Disney's.
stuff. It is Disney's, but in the
They're
same.
letting you use it.
Yeah, but they said it like it was a Sony type deal, right? So yes, Disney owns
Anytime
Spider-Man.
they want to take it back, they can take it back.
No, not necessarily.
No, Disney don't own Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man.
No.
You said yes, Disney.
Disney owns Spider-Man. Sony has the film rights. There's a very different distinction, right? Sony has
own Spider-Man?
Yes, Disney owns Spider-Man. Sony only owns the film rights to Spider-Man, which means
What does that mean?
when Marvel sells a Spider-Man comic or sells Spider-Man toys or makes a Spider-Man video game, that is Marvel's or Disney's money.
Oh, like all that shit on Disney XD with
all
the
the
Spider-Man
other stuff.
cartoons.
Yes, that is all Disney.
Everything besides the movie rights.
Yes, and they gave for the current big Spider-Man game that's out right now. Disney elected to have Sony do that. Like Sony doesn't have the exclusive rights to Spider-Man video games. It's just this one they got the exclusive. So
bottom line, it's smart for a studio to say, you know what, let's get out while we're ahead. We don't have to renew this contract. We don't have to pay these people. You have to pay the team, the staff, everybody.
Because they get raises. It's
right.
Like we could just make new shit and pay.
We could
peanuts.
take that same money and pay it to something that we can actually keep in-house and own, and the money comes to us and stays with us versus we know that it's being lent to us and we don't got to share, and it's going to go back to them anyway.
And on top of production costs, they had to pay Marvel for licensing those characters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. License distribution. Right.
Meanwhile, if they do something in the Millarverse, like a Kick-Ass or something like that, or I don't know how Kick-Ass and Kingsman work because those came out, I think, under Sony, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, or no, it's not Sony. They came out under Fox.
Right.
And if Disney's gonna get Fox, how does Kick-Ass and Kingsman work if Netflix bought the whole Millar world?
Right.
Weird. Contracts are weird. So my question is, are we okay if this was the last season of Daredevil and the upcoming Punisher is the last season of Punisher?
That's gonna. I mean,
but it's coming back. It's coming back to
for at least one season.
Disney. It's coming back to Disney. So
it's all coming back.
You think Alan
But
Moore?
I don't know if it's still going to be the same actors because I can't see anybody else playing. You know.
Would you be comfortable?
But hey, maybe they should cancel this Punisher shit because now James Bernthal could be Wolverine.
To be Wolverine. Would you be comfortable if
I'm cool with
James
that.
Bernthal
I would absolutely
Wolverine?
allow that.
I'm 100% cool with that.
Hey, Courtney's watching us. What's up, Courtney?
Yeah, Jessica Jones season 2 was alright.
It was alright?
It was okay.
So why you coming at me like?
Because you didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it.
Okay. That's why you can't have some opinion on some shit if you didn't watch it. Even though I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But I said I liked season 1.
I just told on yourself.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is what I saw. I blame the same way I blame Daryl for whatever's happening with Rick in The Walking Dead. I blame Iron Fist for the downfall of the Netflix Marvel series.
Yeah.
It all went down from there. All right. Now,
I mean, with these Netflix Marvel series, every single one of them had to do with all of them reconciling issues with their parents. I don't know about Iron Fist yet because I didn't see that shit. Like if he finds out his parents are alive or some dumb shit. Because I'm
gonna file that under who?
But
cares?
every single one of these shows, like Jessica Jones, it was just like, oh, she found out that her mother didn't die in whatever car accident, that her mother was alive and she had superpowers too. This shit, Luke Cage, is like he's dealing with his father, how his father turned his back on him, but now he try to, make amends and stuff like that. But he's just like, you said F me before, and you blame me when my mother died, so F you, but they reconcile. And even with Daredevil, his abandonment, like, you was there the whole time and you never told me who you was. So that's what all of them was about.
Yeah. But moving on,
yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984 pushed back along with The Flash. So basically, The Flash is never coming out.
When, though? Yeah, The Flash is done.
Who's asking for a Flash movie with this Ezra kid?
Unless it's Grant Gustin.
Whatever his name was, him doing this freaking stupid run like that.
He was supposed he was supposed to change everything.
No. Hold on. What if that run, right, is tied into the dance, the pop lock dance at the end of Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
No.
Huh?
It's just a thing
No, that's not.
I mean, yes, you're right, Courtney. The Flashpoint, they should definitely do a Flashpoint movie and erase all this dumb shit that they did.
No, that's a waste. And I'm going to explain to you why that's a waste, Courtney. You see what they did in BVS? They killed Superman and nobody cared. You know why? Because they didn't rebuild Superman in our minds. If in Avengers 4 they kill Captain America, I might cry. You understand what I'm saying?
You gonna shed a thug tear? Somebody's like
No, I'm gonna be like, you remember those old commercials where it was like they showed somebody littering and then they showed the Native Americans just look at the camera and drop a tear out?
That was like so messed up that they did that.
It was
that
terrible.
Type of commercial. Think about that.
But that's gonna be me if they kill Captain America. When they killed
the
Superman,
littering is the littering, right? People littering is what made the indigenous American.
I never looked at it like that. I thought he was just looking at. I don't even think he cared about the litter. I think he was just looking at people on his land.
No,
like the people on his land were the litter. Anyways.
Okay. Sure. Spin it that way.
The point is this.
Conspiracy.
I think that would be a waste because the whole point of the Flashpoint storyline is that you've established these characters, you've established lore and continuity, and then you're turning that continuity on its head.
Right.
You cannot lead with that. That would be equivalent to leading with a story that was designed around Batman and Superman being at the end of their careers. That's why when they fought, they were... So in the comic, they were meant to be bastardized versions of yourselves, but you cannot be bastardized unless you were born in the first place. So
what's
that
your point
would be a bad idea.
Wait, what?
Movie?
You can't. You can't lead.
You
can't lead with a Flashpoint movie. That's all I'm saying.
Why? It's not leading with it because it just be in the series of all of these other movies that they made already.
It will not have the emotional weight. It'll just be like another Bruce Wayne or another Thomas Wayne, right? That's why I believe that BVS didn't work because we didn't build up those characters. Please do, but you're wrong.
Am I wrong?
I don't even know what you're going to say yet, but you're wrong.
Didn't you, from your own mouth, say that X-Men Days of Future Past is one of the best movies, and then in that movie they freaking did shit with the timeline and just erased shit?
You clearly didn't listen to anything I said. You didn't listen to anything I said. You didn't listen to anything I said. You didn't listen to anything I said.
Completely different actors.
You didn't listen to anything I said.
Okay.
You know when? Do you know when Days of Future Past came out? 10 years into the X-Men lore. I'm saying you can't lead with that.
When did Man of Steel come out?
2013, but here's the difference. Nobody likes the DCFU, right? You have to have years of stories that people...
No, you're not leading with it.
Okay. It would be wrong.
But you wrong, though.
I'm not wrong.
I just proved your point
wrong.
No,
you absolutely did not.
Okay, though.
I'm saying X-Men had 10 years of stories that, by and large, I'm skipping X3, but by and large, people like.
Can't skip it.
Yeah,
right.
You're full of crap
for
like a duck.
For the most part, people like that 10 years worth of storytelling.
But I thought you loved Man of Steel.
It was amazing, but people didn't.
Oh, but you did.
Yeah, I did.
But we ain't talking about.
That's one movie. They have one movie in their roster.
I'm talking about you and your opinion on stuff and why you are contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. Because one good movie does not say that you can upend the whole universe for that. And definitely, if anything, forget about all of that, right? Forget about the DCFU. Forget about everything. Flash's first movie, like Flashpoint is Flash's last movie. Flashpoint is not his first movie because where do you go from there? You have to build up to something. And my point is, not building up to something is what got DC in the trouble they were in the first place. Okay,
well, you could do a Flashpoint movie as his first movie.
Okay, just like you could do Batman v Superman in the first movie.
They could reset the whole thing
and redo the Dark Knight Returns, which is basically what they wanted to do. Without
just like
all
you can make a Venom
movie.
You can make a Venom movie without any context to Spider-Man.
You was wrong.
I definitely wasn't wrong. But like I said, let DC keep making movies without building up. Don't build up to nothing.
Yeah.
You just complained about
now,
them not building.
That's
Are they
a
building
quote
up to
something?
Aren't they doing one-offs? Ain't that what they're doing now?
That is a quote to live by.
They're trying one-off.
Don't build up to anything.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm going to
so
move
you
on.
think Shazam is going to be a series?
Never talked about Wonder Woman whatsoever. 2020 is the year.
They led with the death of Superman.
That's crazy. 2020.
That's what DC. That Courtney pointed out. How does DC lead with the death of Superman, and now you want to do Flashpoint?
Because they were out of here
they bugging with that, like
jerking around.
There should have been like each one of them got a movie. Then there was a Justice League movie.
Is that so?
That's how it should have been.
Huh? Funny you should say that.
But they didn't do it that way, so that's why they could erase all that with Flashpoint.
Bam.
Yo, Courtney says they could use Flashpoint
as a start-off point and erase all of that bullshit.
Yeah, that's what Courtney's talking about, and they could recast Ben Affleck with that.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You know what else you could do?
Fist bump.
Bam, bam.
You know what else you could do? Just recast Ben Affleck. How about that? You don't need to explain it away in continuity.
Why are y'all talking for 30 minutes about Flash? What about
Because he said I was wrong. The point is, Wonder Woman is pushed back to 2020. Why? Are they scared of 2019? Were they scared of Infinity War? Were they scared of Captain Marvel?
Are they scared of Trump?
Yo, man.
They ducking him.
Marvel
Trump's
got
gonna
the
win
sauce,
2020,
man.
So.
Marvel got the sauce right now. They're trying to see how this Infinity War shit play out. That's what it is.
Okay, now here's the real question. Is Marvel, if Aquaman does well, are they going to, just do Namor?
Here's the real issue. When did, before we move on, because we watching everything go on about Flash. When did Wonder Woman
That's why you shouldn't make a Flash movie.
Right. When did the first one? When did the first Wonder Woman
2017.
Drop? Right. And now 2020 is the next one, right?
Okay.
I think that's a good spacing. 3 years?
3 year spacing. Will people still be intrigued or care about this character?
Yes.
Well, that's the real question. Was Wonder Woman a fluke?
No, because women love women empowerment stuff. They love that
I know,
stuff.
but Marvel's doing that now. So
are
now that it's
you
not
interested in this
a unicorn.
Captain Marvel shit?
I'm gonna see what they got. I'm seeing it over the night.
The way you just you lies.
No, I'm interested. No, I am interested.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm
lies.
interested in seeing how Nick Fury lost his eye.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're not, and don't tell me you're not gonna be there Thursday night. Exactly.
I didn't see Ant-Man. Either one.
Not what I asked you.
I'm not finna be there.
You're not gonna be there Thursday night.
I don't know.
Okay.
And going beyond
I'm definitely
that,
gonna see that next Infinity War though.
Okay. We all are. What is, and then the continuity of that Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah. What was that? How does that work within the relation of the entire storyline of?
I think they're gonna. I think they're going with the Fox model. To quote John Campea, continuity, smartinuity.
Nobody gives a crap about continuity.
Yo, we just gonna do what works for this movie. Maybe it's connected and maybe it's not.
Man,
you figure
Deadpool
it out.
Showed you, man, none of this shit matters.
All right. Well, then that's the real questions that have to
Speaking of DC,
that's why we need this Flashpoint movie, Courtney. Bam.
Aquaman is tracking. Aquabro, sorry, is tracking at a $50 to $60 million opening weekend.
That's not big bucks.
Well, it could be worse.
Oh, so are we lowballing everything?
Yeah, right now. But we're 2 months out, so it's gonna get more accurate.
Pre-orders, like who does that?
No. It's not necessarily pre-orders because you can't buy tickets for it yet. It's like tracking, right?
Yeah, it's
they have algorithms that look at like social media comments and what do you call it to predict.
Oh, people say they like the trailer, so we're finna make this much money.
Yeah, they're
That's
usually
the
pretty
dumbest shit I ever heard.
But they're actually accurate, and this is how they market the movie based on.
It's like.
Okay.
The weatherman, how the weatherman could say it might rain, it's gonna rain.
Okay.
How you think the Joker came about?
2 states over, so it might come rain over here unless the wind blows this way.
My point is, it's more complex than what I explained.
But sometimes they're way off.
Movie studios spend
sometimes
millions.
They're way off.
Yes, sometimes.
Then why do they always lowball these black movies and think they're not gonna make money and they make mad money? Why is that? Why don't they never track these black movies? No. Tell me that.
They do track them.
Huh?
What I'm saying is,
whatever.
Between
keep telling yourself
that. 50 and $60 million, is that a good thing? Noting that Venom opened to 80 million.
How much does the movie cost?
We don't know, but it looks like it
was like 150, 170,
maybe more. But I'm guessing because they haven't released any numbers yet. Now here's the thing, though. It is opening opposite Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
And that's looking at a $40 to $50 million opening. And also opening opposite Bumblebee. Here's the problem there. That is looking at between...
So it's a $160 million budget?
Okay.
That's the estimation.
Before marketing.
That shit is crazy. They should push it back.
Speaking of budgets, I heard that there was... that actually Ryan Coogler didn't get all of the money he wanted for the CG because they spent so much money just building Wakanda. So when they tried to get the money for the fight scene at the end, they was like, chill.
Oh, that's why it looked so shitty?
That's what I heard.
All right.
But anyway.
We know something went wrong. We know the budget ran out.
But they didn't even show you Wakanda like that, places. Just them flying in.
Yeah, but you had to do all that research. How long they showed that
for like 5 minutes?
You didn't see all of those millions of people on those rocks just bouncing their arms, waiting for the fight? Really? Wondering, like, what are they doing all the way up there? That much money? Can't see.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the shots of the city. Costs money. Anyways.
You saw Wakanda for like 10 minutes in that movie.
How long did you see Black Panther in the movie?
Never.
Okay,
black.
There you go.
Only when he lit up purple.
Okay. So, the point is... between 15 and 25 million for Bumblebee.
Oh, pansexual.
Why?
So it's flopping then.
It is a series low, and if those numbers hold,
no, it's a love story between a robot and
It's not a love story. It's like a girl and her dog story.
Except it's not a dog. It's a robot that transforms into a freaking vehicle.
That shit because when that shit comes out through good word of mouth,
and they're in the water kissing.
I mean, to me, it looks like the best Transformers movie yet.
It does. But the problem is, you can't keep shitting in bed and then expect somebody to come lay down with you for a sixth time.
Like,
you sure? Because people have been like successfully doing that.
One, whatever, the last night or whatever it was called, was the dumbest shit I ever seen. Like, oh my God, was that shit dumb.
Now, okay.
You know what? All jokes aside.
Let's not even get sidetracked about it, but it was just stupid.
This Bumblebee movie, right, might be the best one, right?
Okay.
Closest to what we saw in the G1, right? G1, like dialogue, the comedy may be there. Everything is going to be there, right? Action. And it may be so good that people just refuse to see it because you know why? They need explosions. And they need their boy, Mark Wahlberg, to attack Optimus Prime with his sword. On his hand. That's what they need. They need the robots with the gold chains around their neck.
Courtney says the Bayness burnt too many people.
Oh, no.
The Bayness.
They keep coming.
Here's the thing. Michael Bay, when he feels like it, is a good director.
Stop defending him.
Okay.
Yo, Shia LaBeouf should make a cameo in the movie.
No, Shia LaBeouf shit all over that franchise.
Yo, Shia LaBeouf should make a cameo.
He out there rapping and trapping.
Yeah. Okay, now, my question is,
even though in the past he could be like his grandfather, do
we think that either Bumblebee or Aquaman will beat those estimates?
Of the 50 to 60?
50 to 60 and 15 to 25.
So we got Mary Poppins, Aqua
between
Bro.
40 and 50. This is all on the same day, and the week before you got Into the Spider-Verse, and I think no, Crimes of Grindelwald's a little bit earlier, but it might be right around that time. But it's crazy.
This is such a bloodbath.
And that's why Alita Battle Angel got out of there. Oh yeah, and you have Deadpool that weekend.
Yo.
So
nobody's making money.
Nobody's making no money.
Nobody's making money.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't get like
because Avengers.
Okay,
Disney has the
there's
whole
nothing coming in January.
What I would do is put my movie out when it's like where I got a 2-week space when nothing else is coming out.
All I'm saying is because nothing is coming in January.
Weeks in a fucking year. You can't pick 2 weeks when nothing else that is in your direct genre is coming out.
Right.
I mean,
like, what are you doing? If you're trying to maximize your profits, what are you doing?
I mean, between Marvel
like,
and
rappers do that shit all the time.
You know what? They're thinking about the Nor'easter.
I'm a new dude. Jay-Z shit coming out that day. I'm going to push my shit whatever day. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's a Nor'easter?
Or just drop your shit surprise, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Nor'easter, what do you mean?
In January, right? It gets colder. That's when the winter storms and then that's what prevents people from going to the movies.
I hear you, but the reason people don't like to put stuff in January is because everybody's broke after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And people start to recoup in February.
Start doing, like, every time DC drop a movie, they just do some Jay-Z shit like Jay-Z did to Nas, like, surprise.
Here's a secret movie.
Yeah, secret movie.
That's what they're gonna do with the streaming service.
So Bumblebee wants those toys.
For Christmas. Yeah. Listen, I might be buying some Bumblebee toys for Christmas.
This is a bloodbath. I don't know who's making what.
I think somebody could comfortably own January, but we'll see.
Right
now, it's too much competition. I'm gonna see most of it though.
Courtney says Bumblebee's gonna beat the odds.
I think so. I think it's gonna make way more than 20.
Now, here's the thing: what if Aquaman or any of those underperforms? Like goes under what the estimates are.
Let me tell you this: none of them is gonna make what any of them could potentially make because nobody wants to move,
except for Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, they were smart.
So. Also, Alita Battle Angel is basically coming out now when Disney will own Fox.
Right.
I just find that interesting. Now, speaking of Disney, in a bid not to pay Johnny Depp all his $20 million fee, is rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're fired, Donald Trump voice.
But why would they get him for the reboots?
No, I mean, if you're gonna reboot it, like. You can't put him there. That's like saying
that's disgusting.
I'm sure Jack Sparrow isn't the only pirate that ever existed. They can. I mean, Pirates is a franchise. It's bigger than.
How about we have, since it's called Pirates of the Caribbean? How about we have some more black pirates?
Calypso?
No. That's too forward thinking.
Come on. But then they're gonna do that, and they're just gonna make Will Smith be the pirate. Yeah. No, listen, if you want like a good pirate series, Black Sails. I recommend it. So nobody cares about Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Nobody cares about the
I didn't see probably the last 2 movies.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
They also want to. This is perfect because I think they want to reboot anyway. Disney always is like rebooting stuff and stuff to get more. You got to
put stuff back in the Disney.
More
vault.
Humans.
I remember Johnny Depp was my guy, but he just kept doing too many Pirates movies.
But
because you're just working for a check now. It's just they're like your phone.
You wouldn't.
They
be
called him
$20 million.
They said all he did was quirky movies before Pirates.
Before Pirates? No. Johnny Depp is a character actor, sir.
I got to look up the person's name who I was reading the article, but they kind of threw him under there like, oh, all he did was quirky movies for Tim Burton.
He said he'd never be the franchise guy. He'd never be that type of dude.
Right, he wanted to pick selected movies to do.
But then he became that dude.
Yeah, when you got an island, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, why is Johnny Depp just like, who the fuck canceled Christmas? They canceled his Biggie Tupac movie. They freaking fired him for Pirates. He out there looking like he freaking
They didn't fire him for Pirates. They're rebooting it. Like,
they're putting it out there like they dropped him.
Yo, that's a nice way of saying shit.
Yeah, but you're rebooting the whole cast.
Everything.
If you keep the rest of the cast and you get rid of Johnny Depp, then you fired Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp wasn't fired. It was diminishing returns. All of the Pirates movies made $1 billion, and that one went down.
Shows back up in the next one, then what?
He got fired.
Okay.
Right.
But he's not
If you see
turning up.
Barbosa,
right, but they're rebooting the whole thing.
you see Davy Jones.
Do you think Disney is... Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think fired, Disney is scared to say, Johnny Depp, you're fired?
They're just giving him his respect, man. Give me my respect.
You think Disney gives people respect?
No, they don't. They take that away the minute you sign.
Okay.
Johnny Depp made them a lot of money, man.
Yeah, so did James Gunn.
Respect. We're not gonna announce that you're fired, but you're fired. We're gonna say it nice.
But here's the thing: to say that Pirates was failing,
we parted ways mutually.
I get that, like the rest of them.
Movies they did?
They just did the fifth movie. This was the fifth one they just did. It did $790-something million, so almost $800 million.
And it's still considered a flop.
Yeah, they call it a flop.
Yeah, because all crazy. The other ones did $1 billion.
Think about that.
To be fair, Sony did the same thing, right? They've never put out a Spider-Man movie that made less than $700 million, and still they feel like, yo, we got to get on the Marvel train.
Right.
Which is interesting. And by the way,
didn't the last, Amazing Spider-Man 2 make more than Spider-Man Homecoming?
No. Oh. Spider-Man 3 made more than Homecoming, because Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, was the highest grossing Spider-Man movie in history. But it's only by like $3 million.
But before you move on, let's not act like Johnny Depp ain't in some ish.
I mean, between his wife and all that,
there's a whole lot of things that's attached to Johnny Depp.
Well, he looking crazy out there, like with the shaved head, and he looking like he got cancer or some shit.
Yeah, maybe it's for a role.
Is it? Because it seems like he's fired a lot of places, or they canceling Christmas. You know.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp has not been having a good year.
We'll see how he does in Crimes of Grindelwald.
They don't cancel that. Well,
like I said, you read that article.
Movie that he did was a stinker.
Which one?
Where it was like a murder on the Orient Express or whatever the hell it was called.
Oh, no. He wasn't on Murder on the Orient Express.
Whatever that movie was.
No. You're thinking, what is the name of this movie? It's like Mortimer or something.
He's in Fantastical Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts, yeah. What I'm saying.
He wasn't on that train movie, you sure?
Yes, I'm positive he was not in that. I'm almost positive maybe he was in that movie.
I think he was in that.
Maybe he was.
What was it called?
No, I was thinking Mordecai.
Mordecai, he wasn't. And he was in the Murder on Orient Express.
Dummy.
Sorry.
Shit gonna tell me.
Okay.
Get your facts together.
Aside from Johnny Depp and Pirates of the Caribbean, The Simpsons is officially removing the Apu character.
Yeah.
Apu? Yes.
Abu?
No, it's Apu. So the thing is that going too far, or is it the right thing to do? Just in context.
Who the fuck still watches The Simpsons? That's the better question.
A lot of people still watch The Simpsons.
Really?
People still tune in.
Why? Because people are creatures of habit, and it's been around for like 20, 30 years?
What do you call it? Oh, we got to catch up on some comments here. Courtney says, damn Disney. Is Gore Vidal directing? Maybe. And he says, who wants to see Orlando Bloom by himself? Anyways.
Wait, isn't there like a missing? Isn't Orlando Bloom missing right now?
No. They found him at the last one, and then he met up with Keira Knightley at the end.
No, I mean in movies.
Oh yeah.
He's on the back of a milk carton right now.
He's mad finished.
Was he ever?
He's mad finished.
But was Orlando Bloom ever like good, or was it just the properties he was in? Like you didn't watch Lord of the Rings for Legolas.
Kingdom of Heaven?
Right?
Kingdom of Heaven was alright. That was a good movie. Did you see
How long ago did that come out? Kingdom of Heaven was like a budget The Beach, and The Beach was weird.
You know what? Let me stay on topic.
Yeah, I don't remember The Beach.
I didn't see that movie. Yes, I did.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
It was some weird trippy shit. Like
now, moving on. Like I said, Simpsons, Apu. What do we think about this?
I don't care.
Oh, there we go. Orlando Bloom is double dating with Katy Perry and Ridley Scott.
He's living
The Simpsons removes Apu.
Yes. I don't care.
Now the actor that does the Apu voice is still on the show because he does several other voices, like the comic book guy, I think.
Yes.
Should they remove the character? I know you don't care, but what I'm questioning is, should they? Is it the right move, or should they rethink the character? Or is all the is it?
What is the show called?
It's called The Simpsons. But
it's not called Apu, so that nobody cares.
No, people watch Simpsons because of all the characters. You don't care. That doesn't mean that people don't care.
If people are outraged, Indian Americans, or if they're outraged by the portrayal, why not remove the character? He's not voiced by an Indian American. No Indian American is losing their damn job. Y'all don't like it, so we just write it out. The show is called The Simpsons. One monkey don't stop no show.
That's a valid argument.
Roseanne.
Well, I think just having him disappear like that is because he was a landmark character.
Yo, I've watched mad episodes of the Simpsons. Like I've watched seasons of the Simpsons where I don't see Apu for like
he shows up. He shows up.
Every now regardless. And then, for 30 seconds.
All right, but
he might not show up at all. I've watched episodes where I've seen him, period.
Time out. Matt Groening, right, when he went into creating all of these characters, the world of Springfield, right? It's filled and amassed with tons of characters that you may see once or twice, but if they pop back up, you're familiar with them because you're getting immersed into that world of Springfield and the lives of those characters. So just removing that person and be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's not as cut and dry as that. For you, and understandable so, like you said, if people are offended.
LeVar has a valid argument.
Right, that's a valid argument. Get rid of them. But it gets deeper than that. So that's why the question then is posed, well, can you recreate this character that's more acceptable? Only if it's acceptable.
It's easier to
the
just
person
stop
that
doing
it's offends. No, because then you start erasing people, and you only do the likenesses that the person is doing. You don't want to just start erasing people out just because I don't want to deal with the politics of it, so I'm not doing it.
That's not Apu.
No. I think what your point is very valid, but I think what Yabi is trying to say.
They can have what you call it. What's his name? What's this guy's name? Any Indian American comedian come in and do a voice on.
I don't think it's about it's not about the voice though. I don't think the voice is the problem.
No, it's the character.
No, just have an Indian American. Then there would be a portrayal that people don't have a problem with of an Indian character.
Well, if you had I guess what LeVar is saying, have that representation in the room, so they could tell you, because a lot of the times when this stuff happens, it's because people just didn't know any goddamn better.
Like let's say,
and nobody was in there to be like, yo, you're a clown.
Unless the person's a yes man.
Also, to your point. How about they keep him, but do let's say Tropic Thunder, how Robert Downey Jr. was portraying a black person, but then you have somebody who's actually an Indian American come there and call Apu out on his stereotypical behavior.
You could do that, but then it's like, Indian on Indian.
No, it's Indian on white man portraying.
Well, you could
stereotypically.
I don't think that would be interesting, but I don't think that they want to take that kind of a stance, because that would probably be more controversial. The easy thing to do.
If it's funny, it doesn't matter.
Right, but it does matter.
It always matters.
Were you offended by Robert?
It's not about whether I'm offended. It's not about whether I'm offended.
Why was that?
You're not. I don't think you're listening. Funny, right? I don't think you're listening to the point, right?
But I'm saying is, you're not answering my question. It was okay because it was funny, right? If it wasn't funny, then we would have been offended.
Right. But what I'm saying to you is, because you or I may not find it offensive in the same way we didn't find the Tropic Thunder thing offensive because we got the joke. What I'm saying is, does Fox, soon to be Disney, want to deal with this outrage culture that almost certainly will not get the joke? Right?
That's why.
And Tropic Thunder, you know this, if you're being honest with yourself, Tropic Thunder could not come out today, because we're so hypersensitive about everything. So, but what Yabi is asking is,
you acting like Tropic Thunder came out mad long ago.
Yeah, in today's world, super long ago in today's context, and it couldn't come out today. But the real point is, what Yabi's saying is, every time some people complain, right? If you're just trying to make the safest product, is it good? Is comedy supposed to make you feel good? Or is it supposed to
challenge social norms and make you laugh at yourself?
Right. So So
laugh at your own hypocrisy.
Is that the best way for them to handle it? Shouldn't they take a stand and do something uncomfortable? Maybe like what you suggested, bring on a new character to call that out, right? Or do you just go for the path of least resistance?
That's it.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get sanitized stuff that you know.
I don't watch The Simpsons anyway.
You don't, but I'm just making a
Yo,
broader
Courtney,
point.
you watch The Simpsons?
I think.
Yeah, but you watch The Simpsons?
From time to
Steve,
time.
you watch The Simpsons?
Not in years.
LeVar, you watch The
Simpsons?
Simpsons?
Point.
Okay, so according to polls, nobody watches The Simpsons, bro.
Recent poll show.
If people are offended, though, obviously you have to do something with the character. You know, remove that character or you update that character. Yeah. But I think of just saying, well, all right, people are going to be offended by this. As a creator, right? If you go, well, people are going to be offended by this, so I'm not even going that route. I'm not creating this character. I'm not doing this character.
Courtney says they should replace a poo with a Dominican bodega.
Why not?
They
can have a cat sleeping on the bread and shit.
That's a whole different. It's going down a whole.
Is that
they walk in the store and they play.
Is that a hill they want to die on?
Right.
Oh yeah, come over.
Okay.
But you know, you can't. You don't want to just go down those roads of where you're just saying, you know what, erase this character because it's going to offend people. So what? I'll just stick with all these characters. I'll just stick with these characters because they don't offend.
Why are we as black people not offended by Cleveland, who's voiced by a white man? Why are we not offended by Rollo?
But I don't think people are mad because he's voiced by a white man, though.
But they canceled a Cleveland show, but Cleveland still exists.
I don't think the issue that he's voiced by a white dude is why people are upset. I think it's
stereotypes.
Yes. And Cleveland.
But Rollo is stereotypical.
Right, but you had different
types of black people on the show.
Yes, it wasn't just one.
It's because
monolith, right?
But okay, let me explain to you this. Like, they can just kill a character, even though, like how you were saying before, even though he's a part of the lore and people know this character. Like y'all forget that they killed Flanders' wife.
Yeah, but nobody cares about her.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want
she
to
was
put
a
that
deuce.
out there.
She was a deuce, though.
Okay. Now, moving on. We're almost done here. Wrapping this up soon. Okay. MoviePass is being investigated.
I stay coming with points, bro.
I'm saying, she was a deuce, though.
MoviePass.
I had a feeling you was going to bring her up.
Yeah, I will always get my point off, bro.
Whatever.
Okay, so
right, bro.
Now, MoviePass is being investigated for their financial practices. The feds are looking in the books,
right?
And because you know, their investors are mad about how they portrayed their number, basically. And the Heliothan Masterson stock is now down to, I think, 18 cents a share.
Right.
I still feel like I want to buy some because what if they turn it around?
That's because
it's
you like
over,
hurting
man.
yourself.
AMC, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I just want to put this out there to you. You can spend $18 and have 1,000 shares.
Yeah, but you like hurting yourself.
Okay. Okay, let me put it to you another way.
It's not like if you lose all the money, like if it goes to zero, you're only losing that little bit of money. It's not like it's gonna go in the negative.
It's not like betting in Vegas.
It's just like scratch off tickets.
But the thing is, you know, my calculation is I've wasted $18 on worse things, like going to see Transformers.
Fuck it,
right?
Why not? Shoot the dice, bro.
Here's the thing. What I wish I would have bought in 2007 was Apple or Amazon or Google.
Okay.
I didn't do that. And Apple almost went out of business before 2007.
Buy it. And then as soon as you see that shit, like say if it's just like it's a fluke and it's only for 6 months that they turn that shit around, as soon as you see that shit on some upward trend, and like let's say it's like, how much you said is a share now?
18 cents a share.
Yeah,
I want to buy 1,000 shares for $18. If
it goes up to like 50 cents or even $1 a share, that's it. Sell that shit.
Well, first of all, that's a stretch. But if they turn it around, yes, you could have spent $18 and made whatever. Anyway,
sell that shit immediately.
The point is this, or is this, are they just done?
It's over. Sick of forking them, bro. AMC already own movie theaters, so it's easier for them to sell you they shit.
I know that I am thoroughly enjoying my AMC A-list.
Yes.
$20 a month.
They was just there like, oh, that's what you doing? Oh, you know how like Apple watched Jay-Z do his shit and then came right after him, and now everybody want to hit on Jay-Z for having a streaming service? Like the nerve of him?
I don't think Apple was looking at Jay-Z when they said they were making
I'm just talking
Apple
about, yes, I mean, there was already streaming shit out
now,
there.
when you say when Apple looked at Napster, it was like,
right.
I'm about to drop down on them.
To a lesser degree, MoviePass is on some Napster.
But Tidal was out before Apple Music. Is what
like
I'm saying.
that's the represent. So they came out. It was crazy. It was nuts. Napster, everything, everybody sanctions, all this and that, and then
right. And then Apple had iTunes and they were selling music, and Spotify comes out and they're looking at all this Spotify money and they're like, okay, nobody's buying our music anymore on iTunes.
From LimeWire, BearShare, and everything else that came out.
Yeah, I'm saying they were looking at the Spotify money because Spotify was growing so fast. And then they said, okay, we got to get into streaming.
Right.
And so.
And do y'all pay for YouTube?
I do.
It's just convenient to have no commercials, right? And have shit play in the background.
Exactly. It's really just to play in the background.
It's the background thing. That's
and they used to do that for free.
I don't pay for YouTube, but no. But yeah.
What's that?
And you can watch TV too?
I don't care about that. It's really just to play it in the background.
Yeah.
To be able to put my phone in my pocket
comfortably and know that you're not going to skip to something else.
Or if you touch the screen by mistake or do something different.
I know.
I know. But anyways, we digress. Okay, so moving on, LeBron James doing big things.
James.
We know why he went to the Lakers to be close to Hollywood.
You're getting this money. That was all it was about, man. He ain't gonna win no chips. He's old.
Apparently, Mr. James, which is what I'm calling him now, has secured the film rights.
Secured the bag.
To Friday the 13th. Now, the Friday the 13th licensing is weird, so it's weird about what they can do in that movie. Right. But his film company secured some level of the rights to make a Friday the 13th movie. And with Halloween,
is he going to put his wife
smashing
in the movie?
All previous Halloweens. The biggest Halloween opening was $26 million before. This one that just came out last weekend, not this weekend that passed, but the weekend before that, $77 million opening. Already up to over $100 million.
People like violence.
So obviously you just knew this was happening, but now they want to bring back Jason in the same way they brought back Michael Myers and Predator. Although nobody went to see Predator.
Come on.
No. There's just this new trend, and they're doing the same thing at the end of this year with Terminator.
Right.
Or unless that's coming out 2019, where they're skipping all the movies they didn't like.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, this Terminator? Yeah. Terminator's coming out.
But it's a direct sequel to Terminator, to T2 Judgment Day. So they're saying everything else didn't happen.
They're going to DH Arnold?
Maybe. Who knows? But Linda Hamilton is still old. They're bringing back Linda Hamilton.
Yeah. She's definitely
So they're
doing one more?
They're doing one more.
There's always another Terminator.
Arnold is old as hell, bro.
Hey, CGI.
I think they did it right in the one with Christian Bale where they just de-aged him. I think that's how you can still have him play the role, but the same way you put CG on Mark Ruffalo. The whole thing is that
you could do freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator movie, like as the Terminator forever.
Shout out to Terry Crews.
Because in the first movie, he didn't even talk. Hardly talk. So all you need to do is get the CG down. And
that was because of his lack of acting.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of just doing Terminator movies forever and just having a CG young Schwarzenegger, the Wachoskis. And firstly, I'll talk about Jet Li first and then the Wachoskis.
Yeah, you got to preface that.
Yeah, so Jet Li was actually supposed to be in the Matrix sequels, but he says that he turned them down because he was only going to be in one or two scenes, but they wanted him to film for hundreds of hours.
That picture of the Wachowskis, that is crazy. And you call them the brothers? Are they the sisters? Do they still want to be called the brothers now? Because you got to be careful with that, with the trans.
No, you don't have to be careful.
Do they identify as the brothers?
No, they don't. Why would they identify as the brothers?
Then you should call them the sisters then.
I said the Wachowskis. I didn't. Okay. You said that. That's all on you, buddy.
I heard you say brothers.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
At all?
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, it's over there.
So my point is,
that picture is crazy though.
Jet Li says he did not want to be in those movies. He turned them down because they wanted him to film for hundreds of hours, and yet he was only going to be in 1 or 2 scenes because he was afraid that they would...
No, not afraid. They told him, you got to add that, they told him specifically that we will own these
right
moves.
And he didn't want them to use them in other films.
And he questioned it, like, wait, hold on, what do you mean you're going to own like the rights to the moves that I'm doing, because they're going to record everything,
right? And
they wanted to use it for like CGI or something like that.
Exactly.
And he just said that doesn't, and then he thought about it he said, as a martial artist, he said it's kind of weird because if he's removed from the project, what happens when they just like cut off his face, but like just take off, like he's doing the moves and they just place somebody else's face, or
have Smith doing it,
something like, right?
Yeah.
And he said that's when it's kind of weird. And he's like, us as martial artists, like we take time to work and craft on these things, and they'll just take it away in one swift signing.
The dude who was protecting the Oracle, he was supposed to play that character or some shit.
I would imagine so.
That's what I was thinking.
Feels like a Jet Li lookalike,
right?
Right.
Like budget Jet Li.
Did we actually get a fight with him?
Was there a fight scene with him?
No. I mean, there was the one in Reloaded with Neo where they fought on the table.
Yes, and in part 3 when they went there and killed all the vampires, the mother effers was on the ceiling.
I try to block part 3 out of my head.
Yes, he did fight with them.
I don't count the thing with him and Neo at fight. That was like a spar.
That was a fight.
That was a spar, but that was still a battle.
You remember that fight when it's like over my dead ass, my big dead ass, that shit?
Oh, please don't. Please.
And it was rocking like freaking.
How did it go? What had happened?
Like, over my big dead ass. And then dude had
that was in part 3?
Mesh tank top.
Yes,
right.
Yes, it was part 3. Please.
That was part 3.
Please don't, because the Matrix. I've been on this like mission
top to bottom amazing trilogy, right?
No, it's amazing duo. I've been on this mission to make people realize how good Matrix Reloaded was.
Right.
And then every time I make that argument, it gets undercut by what about Revolution? So.
Over my dead ass.
Big dead ass. That shit was terrible.
Jeez. All of it was bad. All right, anyway,
I think the Dragon Ball type fight was kind of cool, like the stuff
at the end.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. What do you remember that when he went to the source that it was just like the face of a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
But it was creepy though.
It wasn't. Like, look, if you look at the time, maybe, but if you look at it now, it's just like, what the F would they think? Anyway, speaking of they, the Wachoskis, because they have nothing in production right now, they have officially shut down their production studio. I'm kind of sad about that.
Are you?
And I'll tell you why.
Why are you still holding on to them?
I think
Matrix
that
20 years ago, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that they
let it go.
Cloud Atlas was a good movie, right?
Okay.
And I think that they're amazing at putting together worlds. I think they should just like be producers. I think they should set worlds up and get other writers.
Isn't it rumored that they didn't put together this world?
I've heard such things.
Okay, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. Don't go too far out on a limb for them.
I've heard such things. But to be fair,
the Matrix,
and Terminator and iRobot.
Check those comments. I don't have anything on my screen, but I'm sure Court is talking.
Let me come back. Let me come back to the comments
about Matrix or something. I'm sure Court's said something. I don't have anything over here, but
okay. Let's see. Court says they have new priorities now. We also have when I've been let's see. Hold on. Oh, we missed a lot here.
Yeah,
Jesus.
See?
Okay.
Slacking.
So
actually, that's what the
you don't even know where we passed all of that stuff already.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the point is, Courtney says the Wachoskis have other priorities now. But what I'm saying is, all of those stories, whether it's iRobot or the Terminator or The Matrix, they all come from like sort of Isaac Asimov stories.
Right.
I thought it was the retelling of the story of Jesus.
No, but I mean literally Isaac Asimov stories, because he wrote like science fiction about things like the
shit like that.
So and the whole Jesus thing is just super surface level. Like it goes way deeper than that with the Matrix.
Yo.
But so my point is,
I just saw the photo.
Listen, the
crazy,
point that I want to make is,
man.
Because I haven't seen the.
Okay, everybody relax. Everybody relax. The point I'm trying to make is, I think they set up.
I mean,
I think they set up very good worlds. I don't think that they've been able to execute on a film, except for Cloud Atlas. I don't think they've been able to fully execute on a film in some time now.
Right.
But I think in a production role, like as idea people, I think they're good. And I think if you have them as the idea people to set things up,
right,
and then have someone else execute
right
on those ideas, I like to see them still producing stuff.
I'm a great idea person.
All right, and finally, Daredevil season 3 came out, and we watched it when it came out. We wanted to give some time. I just wanted to give a quick review, as little spoilers as possible.
Can't be spoilers.
That shit was fire. That's the review. Party done. Okay.
I think it was the best Daredevil season they've done so far.
Say it.
It was the best Daredevil season they've done so far, and it may be potentially. I still have to let it sit for a little bit more.
Wait, is Punisher happening?
Punisher season 2 is happening. They already filmed it. It's coming out early next year.
Punisher?
I think it's up there with Punisher, and maybe it's better. But I'm not gonna say that now because I need to sit with it some time. I don't want to just be like it's new, so it's shiny and new, so it's the best. But it's definitely the best Daredevil season. And it's up there with
like
Punisher.
Daredevil, like with the fighting is different. Punisher is more like he fights, but it's more like in there and like shooting and stabby. Like Daredevil's like hand-to-hand combat.
A lot of stabbing in this though.
Daredevil don't stab nobody though.
People getting stabbed though.
Yeah, people get stabbed.
People get killed. People getting bullseyed.
Yeah.
Literally.
So I think they've outdone themselves, and honestly, I don't even know where you go with Daredevil from here. Like, what story are you gonna tell after this? I think Kingpin was executed perfectly, and I'll go out on a limb to say that in the same way Robert Downey Jr. has embodied Iron Man, and the same way that
Charlie Cox is Daredevil, or
no. I'm saying in the same way that Robert Downey Jr. has embodied Iron Man, and Ryan Reynolds has embodied Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman has embodied Wolverine.
Right.
I think that Vincent D'Onofrio embodies Kingpin, and no one else can play Kingpin. Shout out to.
Who are you talking about? Michael Clark Duncan?
Yes, Michael Clark Duncan.
R.I.P. Michael Clark Duncan. And don't you ever disrespect.
It's no disrespect. But
nobody else could play Kingpin besides.
I think he was the perfect Kingpin. Like
I don't even think he's that big. I think there's bigger people that could play him.
Court says he needs CGI to make him bigger.
And he's not even that tall. It's just that it's against really short people.
Nah, man, it works. It's perfect. And
he's intense. Like his voice and all that shit. He knows how to play crazy.
How ill was Bullseye? Because Bullseye was nicer than Daredevil.
Yeah, you fucking him up.
The first time
that's
they
how
met,
he was.
Like
that's how he's always been.
Like you just couldn't beat him. So that's how cheat.
That's how he's been.
So I give the series a 9.5 out of 10.
I feel like the last episode looked like it was shot on an iPhone or some shit.
Maybe.
I gotta look back now.
Look at it, because it's just like certain angles. It's just like.
By the way,
like that camera is not like high quality.
I need to make a meme out of when his wife.
No spoilers.
Out of when Kingpin's girl decided she wanted to be in on the business, and then Kingpin looked around like, wait, she might be crazier than me.
No, this nigga look like he called wood, son. I seen that shit. Like, you know
it's like the moment when you realize the love of your life is just as crazy as you.
Stiffy, bro. He caught the blicky with the stiffy. It's like, I'm about to shoot the club up.
I was saying, I need a meme that says that moment you realize the love of your life is just as crazy as you.
Right.
He's like, I knew you was the one. I knew you was the one. Oh my God, they gonna make some crazy babies.
Yeah.
But if another season come back, what's gonna happen is, what's her name?
Elektra?
No, not Elektra. What's his Kingpin's girl's name?
I don't remember her name. Vanessa. Okay.
You tried to take my Vanessa from me. Yeah, Vanessa's gonna be the new Kingpin.
Yeah.
Because that's why she's like telling me all the shit, and Daredevil's like, okay, I'm not gonna go after her because so basically she's gonna become the Kingpin and run shit while
I thought she was gonna break up with him in the movie, but anyway, in the show. All right, one more thing I want to talk about, and then we're out of here. Is Hill House Haunting? No one's seen it, but
talking about the series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you saw it?
I've seen 2 episodes.
Yeah, buddy. It gets crazier. If you are into horror and you need something, that's 10 straight hours of horror for you. Because I know,
if you want to clench your butthole for 10 hours, watch that shit.
If you're a horror fan, it is hard to find good horror movies on Netflix. Usually what you get on Netflix is stuff you saw already.
Right.
And you're just showing it to somebody when you Netflix and chill.
Right.
But Hill House Haunting, I give that another 9.5 out of 10 because it is like going to see 10 horror movies. And they have the benefit. Here's the other thing with horror movies. It's all about presence with other horror movies, but you don't really get to care about the characters. Most horror movies are just trying to scare you because they have time to build up actual characters within this. When the scary things are happening to them, it makes it even more intense.
Right.
So definitely recommend
Hey,
Hill
it's
House
Halloween.
Haunting.
Get your scare on.
Yeah.
I recommend Won't You Be My Neighbor? The documentary.
Is that on Netflix now?
No.
Okay.
Actually.
You went to the movies to go see that?
No, I paid to see that. Like you could get
you
could get it on demand.
Oh no, I might rent it. I might rent that. I wanted to see that.
I wanted to see that. That was on my list of things to watch.
Amazing.
I fuck with my guy.
Amazing.
My guy, Mr. Rogers, man. He raised me, bro.
Oh wait, Courtney says he has opinions on Hill House. I'd like to hear those. But I do have one last.
To save him.
One last thing is, listen, everybody should be more like Mr. Rogers. This world would be a better place if we were more kind to one another. That's the biggest lesson to be taken from Mr. Rogers.
I'm big on documentaries. That is a must-see for everyone who's either watched one episode of Mr. Rogers or no episodes of Mr. Rogers.
Let me ask you a question.
Go and watch it.
What if you're a scumbag? Is it for you too?
Yes,
it's especially for the scumbags.
Of a scumbag.
Okay, that's good.
You'll feel like a scumbag, and you're like, damn, maybe I should be nicer.
And I think Tom Hanks is doing like a
he's doing a
whatever.
Also, you can watch Kidding with Jim Carrey on Showtime, where he's playing a quasi,
Mr. Rogers character.
Yeah,
I meant to watch that.
Now, my last Netflix recommendation this week is I found a new anime, which I think I'm the last person to hear about this. 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh God, yeah, you are. All right, come on. So wrap it up.
Yeah, I like that show.
Wrap it up.
Oh, you're not the last one because I ain't never heard of that shit.
Yeah, but you don't.
If it ain't Dragon Ball, I don't know shit, bro.
That been out.
Just found out about it this weekend.
I have yet to watch one episode.
Don't recommend anime.
I have yet to watch one episode.
Are you not a fan of that show?
No, it's that been out. Like that's
not what I asked you. I asked you, are you a fan of the show?
The show's okay.
Okay. What season are you on? I'm on season 1.
Bleach and 300 and all that stuff.
Sorry.
All that. Same thing.
In any event, folks.
One Punch Man.
Yeah. You ever watched One Punch Man?
Nope.
See?
One Punch Man.
Never seen a single episode of Naruto.
I'm not sorry. Yeah. Basically, the synopsis is he could beat anybody with one punch. And he's depressed because he goes into all of these things and he thinks this person's going to give me a challenge. But as soon as he hits him, it's over.
That's why when I was in Japan, they had murals in the subway of like
One Punch Man
versus Goku.
Yeah, Goku would lose.
But it's dope that they just have that in the train station, like tiled.
Tiled?
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
All right,
that's it, folks.
Wrap it up,
that's all we got for you this week. Mr. Johnson, tell them where they can find you, good sir.
The Dude Abides with a Z and a couple periods in between. And you can find me on your Facebook and you can find me on YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Woods, where can they find you, good sir?
Why Woods, Why Not?
You forgot, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. No, you can find me on Why Woods, Why Not on most social media platforms or whywoodswhynot.com.
All right. And you can find
When's that article coming?
Actually, it's about to drop.
Okay.
You can find
that mixtape about to be fire.
It's about to drop.
Like Mr. Woods is the J Electronica of blogs.
No, Mr. Woods is the Steven Johnson of blogs.
Easy.
When all that stuff coming out, bro.
Okay. So
smoke.
You can find me on your favorite social media network as long as it's not Snapchat at Steve A.M. Johnson. And you can also find me tomorrow as we do our midterm. Well, the week after that is the midterm special, but it's pre-midterm coverage on the second page. So lots going on.
Don't be a mark.
Yeah, don't be a mark.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Basically, politics has become...
You don't got to explain it.
WWF.
It's been that.
The death of reality.
Yeah. But be on the lookout for that GoFundMe link that Steve is about to put out.
Coming soon. And it might be Patreon, not GoFundMe. But yes.
Both. We're trying to get all them coins.
Easy. All right, folks. That is all. Until the next time. Hugs Not Drugs.
And everyone.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Later.